Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another early start today and we're back with a Mid Handicap series. So Dave, come on in. I've even treated Dave to a coffee this morning, but I was late, so that's why we're speeding up the intro.
Afternoon, Chris.
So, well, yeah, pretty much. So Dave, how are you?
I'm alright. Cold?
Wrapped up?
But alright, yeah. Got more layers on than I don't know what.
I didn't have time to get all my jackets this morning. So what we're going to do today, guys, is obviously it's winter golf now, as you can see, because we're wrapped up. So what I want to do is give you some ideas of what to do during winter to again start to improve your game ready for the summer. So today, as I'll show you now, we've got Dave with half a set of clubs today. So most of you will do the same because we're going to have to carry sooner rather than later because, I mean, really it's gone from summer to winter quite quick and everywhere's quite wet.
About
so
2 weeks.
2 weeks, we've had a lot of rain and obviously buggies are off, trolleys are going to start going off. So we're going to talk today about what the benefits are of playing with half a set of golf clubs. So we're going to play 9 holes today and this is going to be put on in over the coming weeks, and again you're going to be able to see the different shots that Dave might have to play as opposed to when he's just got his full clubs, because what I see time and time again is people just hit full shots. So like you'll know again, that you just try and hit a number that, right, 147 is a full 8 iron, so I'll hit 8 iron, I have to hit 8 iron. Don't take into account any kind of wind, any kind of elevation. So playing half a shots, playing 3/4 shots, maybe with one up, or even hitting a club down even harder, can give us different options when we come back to the summer. So I'm going to play. I'm not going to. Well, I might put a cameo on of a few swings, but it's all about Dave as usual, as he is our Mid Handicapper. So we're going to get straight into it. Shot. Okay Dave, so pretty good drive just up the right hand side.
Cheers.
So not a bad lie. We've got 165 to the flag. Again, it's pretty fresh this morning. The sun's just about coming up for us. So what would you normally hit this distance?
I would be looking at my 5 rescue, but I've not got that.
So 5 rescue he hasn't got, and I will put the picture of what clubs Dave has on now. So obviously we're probably looking at your 4 hybrid.
Yep.
So we're going to go 4 hybrid here because again it doesn't matter if we're a little bit long, it's not going as far at the moment today because it is very wet. So we're going to go 4 hybrid. The lie's not bad, so we can get a hybrid to that. So again, just right of the flag. We know if we miss the green to the right, we've got a straightforward chip. Great strike.
Oh, it's only on.
What a start. So, middle of the green, very good shot there, Dave. So, good shot there, Dave.
Thank you.
So you can see already there, Dave was forced into, on the first hole, hitting a club that he wouldn't normally. So it would have been his 5 rescue. He didn't have it, so we made him hit 4. He's hit the middle of the green, and I think so far on the series, when we've been out on the golf course, that's the first time you've actually hit the green.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
In 3 attempts, so 3rd time's a charm. So he's hit the green there, it was an easy shot, in balance, and now he's got himself, okay, a 30-foot putt, but he's got a putt. So obviously we didn't have anything bigger in the bag than a 4 hybrid. We went from the 4 hybrid to the driver, and he took the 3 wood out because that's just how the bag works.
So I'm guessing because of cold conditions, the 5 hybrid would have probably been shot anyway, or I've been trying to force it.
Correct, yeah. So cold conditions, the ball's not flying as far. Again, it's very wet. It's not frosty this morning, although the greens look like they are frosted, but it's just a bit of dew on there this morning. But the 5 hybrid would have landed a little bit short and probably stopped dead because of the higher landing angle. So yeah, the 4's coming in a little bit lower. He's scooted up here and we've got a putt. So normal process, Dave. So what are you thinking there?
I'm thinking it's a 2 from right to left.
A 2 right to left, okay, perfect. Great roll, pretty good pace, but
Didn't start it off on line, if I'm honest.
Correct. So one good thing about playing at this time in the morning is when you play, you can start to look how that ball starts on line or it doesn't. We can see there Dave's actually read the green properly, but he slightly pulled it. So we'll go and hold that out. Good. So where have you got this, Dave?
Straight.
Straight. Okay. Great putt.
Okay.
So Dave, first hole. First par for Dave there on the first hole here at Royal Waterfront. So, very good start. We can see that obviously Dave took his time over his putts. We saw that he slightly pulled one, but again he's getting feedback from the first hole, using the dew to his advantage, being able to get a little bit of feedback. So, second hole here, as we know, it's a long par 4. It's going to be unlikely that Dave's going to be able to reach in 2 now. It's not running as far.
Not a prayer.
But it's essential that we get his drive away. Obviously we've done his driver in the last couple of weeks. We haven't got the longer shaft, we've stuck with his 3-wood shaft. We're now going to hit one here, and then we're going to look at possibly laying up. So then we'll be looking at what club is going to get him to that right distance, so we can then pitch into the green. So Dave, whenever you are ready. Great drive.
Cheers.
So another good drive there, Dave.
Thank you.
Fairway. Driver less amount of work. So one big thing here what Dave's doing now, and I want to, tell everyone about making sure that you do clean and place and mainly dry the ball, because drying the ball, taking a bit of mud off it, is going to make sure that we can guarantee a lot better what ball flight you're going to get. If you've got mud on there, it can deviate and go left, right. I know we can do that ourselves. Dave certainly can do
Both
that
ways,
occasionally.
whether I want to or not.
So making sure you clean it, making sure you dry it, especially when we get closer to the green, because when we're hitting the ball into the green, we want to know how much control we've got and how quick it's going to potentially stop. If it's got grass on, if it's got grass, or even if it's wet or mud, it might come up short. It also then might get a flyer and go past the flag. So essential to do that. So here to the bunkers, again we've got that 160ish yards like we had on the first, which we know Dave said he would use his 5 hybrid.
Yeah.
The 4 hybrid might go a little bit too far and bring the bunkers into play. So I know after the 4 hybrid we've got his 6 iron.
Yep, that's right.
So we're just going to go with a nice controlled 6 iron, which should leave us hopefully between a pitching wedge and an 8 iron into the green. So Dave, take us away. Super shot again, Dave.
Cheers.
In balance, position A.
Oh.
So again, fairway to fairway. So good drive, good 6 iron, and it's left us 120 yards, Dave. So 120 yards normally would be 9 iron?
9 iron, yeah.
9 iron. So it's awkward, but it's great to prove the point that we're trying to do here. Is he's going to either have to decide, is he going to hit a hard pitching wedge, or is he going to go with a controlled 8? We know Dave's an athlete, but
controlled 8, I think.
we're going controlled 8, which is the right decision. There's a time and place. If this was downhill and downwind, you might go for a hard pitching wedge, but it's not.
a cold day, which is affecting my athletic swing.
Correct, and his layers is stopping his mobility. Well, that's what we're going to use as an excuse. So 8 iron, Dave. So again, he's cleaned his ball here, he's dried it, because it is essential now we're hitting into the green. And from here we can take pretty much dead aim at the flag. So a controlled swing in balance, and we should be there or thereabouts. So great strike, good finish. So just missed the green left, but it looks about pin high. So Dave, just missed the green, not too bad, obviously pretty much pin high. So the club, he took enough off the shot to be able to get it here. Sat down a little bit, so got to think now, what do we want to do with this? What's going to be the percentage shot? So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking hybrid.
Hybrid, yep. So a good option there for Dave, because it is sat down a little bit, but the hybrid will get him over this stuff and it'll start to roll out with minimal swing. So come on in, Dave, let's play that. So a little bit left to right, because we can see the dew from the earlier groups that we let through. Not necessarily by choice.
They were happy about it.
Pin shots.
Oh, I tell you what.
Super shot. So not an easy shot there for Dave. It's sat in a ball. It's one of those where you get up to and you think, I'm not fancying this one with any kind of wedge. And Dave's made it look easy. So Dave will finish that off.
James Robinson, that's circle of friendship, Chris.
Yeah, that's true. We'll give you that, Dave. Pick her up. Pick her up for the fans. So nicely done there, Dave. So a good 5 in the end. You couldn't reach the par 4, and that's a big one for us. If you can't reach the par 4s, play it to make it as easy as possible. I know Dave missed the green with his 3rd shot, but then he played a really good chip. So obviously having a good, solid short game can obviously save you some shots. But it's about not being greedy, not trying to force a 4. Just make sure you get out there with a bogey. Most of the times you're going to get a shot. That is stroke index 1 here at Waterfront, so you will get a shot on there. So next hole, par 4 again. We're going driver again because we haven't got his 3-wood, and his hybrid will leave us too far in. So, and he's loving it after his driver lessons. So take us away, Dave. So straight down there.
Yep.
Good routine, and let's see what we can do. Straight down the middle again, Dave. So that's another fairway, Dave. Another fairway hit. Seems to be the popular track today with the golden oldies out with the trolleys. So we'll clean and place. We've got 130 yards this time, so that's probably just a good 8 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Downhill, yeah.
Downhill, that's just a good 8 as normal. So here it's actually worked out that it is a shot. Dave can just hit his normal 8 iron. And we're going to aim just left of the flag, middle of the green, and try and get out here with 2 putts. But we've seen already today how Dave, okay, was in the rough on the first, but hit the middle of the green. On the second, again, in the fairway both times, just missed the green there. And again, we're in the fairway. So already from his driver getting away a little bit better, and half a set of just having to think about shots, he's putting himself in better positions to then be able to get onto the green, and that's only going to help him lower his scores and hopefully get to that single figure that we're trying to get to. So 8 iron, Dave, middle of the green.
Okay.
Super shot, Dave.
Yep, that'll do.
So we've got here around about 25 feet.
Yep, so.
Oh, don't worry, I've got your pitch mark.
So now we're going to get the other one that nobody else has.
It'll be one of them seniors we let through. So here again we can see the dew, we get an idea of what this putt is going to do, but Dave, I want you to go through your normal process. So again, use your aim point. And this is something that we get a lot of comments on, is Dave standing on his line. So aim point, you can straddle your line. The new rules, obviously they got changed last year, you can now walk on your line, so it's not something like you can't do. So Dave, what number have you got?
I've got a 2. It will level up until halfway, and then with 3rd to go it was a 2, so it's a 2.
Alright, so first third was level, second third was a 2, so he's going to go 2, left to right. Hopefully this worm doesn't cross his path as he's putting.
No is the answer.
No is the answer, so another pull.
Another pull.
Another pull, so consistent here. We're seeing that Dave's starting it a little bit further left than he wants to, so both on the right to left and the left to right, and he's left himself a nice tester downhill. Good news, he missed the worm.
Luckily somebody's already played this line.
So like Dave said, it looks like somebody's already played this line and missed, so he's got a good idea. So inside right. But good.
Thank you.
So a little bit of help there from
One of the old lads.
one of the old lads. So Dave, another good par.
Thank you.
So par the first for the first time, we hit the green.
Yeah.
Bogey on the second, but as a mid handicapper, the length of it is 455 or 460
Yeah,
yards.
I'll take that.
So we're not going to be able to reach into, so that's a good bogey. And then here, again, another good par. So 1 over after the first 3 holes, and we're going to wrap it up for this week as the first 3 holes. So we're 1 over after 3. So next week what we're going to be looking at is some awkward lies. As we've come into the winter, next week what we're going to do is show you some lies that Dave struggles with in winter. So we're looking at a bare lie, we've also looked at one up and over a bunker off a wet lie, and then one out of the thick rough next to the edge of the green. Because as the winter comes, the greenkeepers can't always cut the rough because it's too wet, so it gets thick around the edge, and it's how to play those shots. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, guys. Next week we'll be with the awkward lies, and then we'll be back out with the next 3 holes that we're going to play now. Starting
with the most difficult par 3 in
Correct. The next 3 holes will be a par 3, par 5, par 3.
Super.
Very strange run of holes, but thanks for Dave for coming on.
Thank you.
Hopefully you've enjoyed that, guys, and we will see you next week.
See you soon.